Get to work.
This is my life. This is what I have to suffer with for 19 hours a day, 6 days a week, 1 hour breaks per day. I'm not allowed to sleep on the job. I'm not allowed to go outside and play with all the other kids like me. I have to work the machines. And if I do something wrong, it results to me being beaten, or worse, being dead. And I have no say in anything.
I walk around these factories and all I see are miserable faces, little children that stare out windows, hoping for freedom. I just wish they had more time to play with each other, to laugh and smile. But it seems like all their lives are devoted into factories. If only the government had a law that would limit how long a child works, or devoting a longer break than they get now.
These machines, though, do nothing but torture and hell. If you're a short kid, then you're in for some struggle. Many of us have to climb on top of these machines to operate them. The assistant workers aren't much help since they're all too young to be operating any machinery. I don't know how to read the instructions on the machines to know what to watch out for. It's all based on how lucky you are. To all the unlucky children, they usually come out with missing fingers, hair being pulled away from the scalp, or losing hands.
These kids are getting severely injured. I viewed a child's hair getting stuck in one of the machines. These children are trying to figure out how to work these machines, yet they can't read the instructions. Why do you have a child in factories if they can't read? They should be in school, learning how to read and write. By the looks of this, it looks like none of the kids have never went to a school or even heard of what a school was. The news has to get out that kids are not getting properly educated, and that we have to require the child to be able to read and write before working at the factory.
We have a strict schedule to follow, and if we don't follow it, then we are punished brutally. One day I happened to show up 3 minutes late for work. My mother was sick and I stayed behind to make sure she was fed her supper for the evening. But I was punished for being late anyways. They forced me to tie a heavy weight to my neck and walk up and down the aisles of machines. It was humiliating to see all the children stare at me as I cried and cried for a straight hour with a huge weight hanging from my neck. I'm never late again. I still get cold shivers when I'm forced to stare at other children face the same exact punishment I did.
The punishment for being late is having the child drag a weight down the aisles for an hour? How is this considered discipline and not torture or humiliation? No boss or guard should ever physically injure or punish a child so severely just for being late. There should be a rule or a limit on how far you go with disciplining a child or any employee.
It gets worse though. Boys are dragged from their beds naked and cold and have to walk to the factories to get their clothes. Children are verbally and physically abused by the authorities. I don't remember a single day where I came home with no bruises or black eyes. I guess I'm the lucky one since I'm not one of those people coming home with missing limbs and body parts. They don't care about anybody's safety.
Today I saw naked, scared boys getting changed in front of the machines, exhausted and drained. Young boys and girls getting beaten and bruised, leaving the injuries untreated. The boss is not caring about the safety of the children, even throwing the injured aside and replacing them with another child. They all do know that children are humans, right? Someone needs to be monitoring these workplaces and setting standards and rules.
Through all the misery and stress, we are still paid a wage. During the course of 1 week, we are paid in total $1. What's irritating everyone is the fact that because we are children, we get lower wages than the adult workers do. It's even worse if you're a woman. even though all of us are doing the same work with the same amount of hours? Why are we paid lower than everyone else in the factory?
I'm surprised that these kids aren't rebelling against these people at this point. All of this for a wage slightly lower than regular workers? Because they are kids? Not the regular workers have to self-teach themselves how to work machines or be disciplined so harshly for not understanding what to do. I say that children get paid the same amount as the workers to make it all balance out and equal for both sides. I imagine a strike or rebellion of some sort.
Without this issue getting addressed, the value for children will be lowered and the next generation will be affected greatly with the consequences they face now. This needs to be dealt with as soon as possible, or else there won't be a safe and beneficial future for our children.
Focus! Get to work!